This is QT, the book author of Class Wars. I know I could hide behind a machine, hide behind a book, but I thought I would come on camera and speak to you as I speak. Obviously, I don't write the way I speak, but the bottom line is, it's a very deep book. I've only today tried to give you a short video about the poor breakdown. Now, what's wrong with the working class? Now, working class, we don't know anything, even though we might have come to a better stage in life. We don't know nothing yet about life order. All we do is know about other classes of life order, like for example, middle class. We think we know, or we've heard things, but we don't really know. We haven't studied it. We haven't studied the culture of it, so we don't know it. We don't have a life cycle plan. I wasn't born with one. Some people think life cycle plan is about the class, the culture that you're in, that grows you, that gives you all these opportunities, your focus, your business of what they do to get to where they're going, from the parents down to the grandparents to the kids, what they do and how they live their lives. Study the cultures. Now, working class, we don't seem to do that. Another thing that the working class man has a problem with, and I've had that problem myself, when somebody from another complete class, maybe from a total different world, might even say something to you or show you something, and you're just sort of like ignorant to it. If something is said kind of wrong, maybe if in judgment, obviously you defend yourself, but the bottom line is they might have said something but you didn't quite get it, but then you're sort of like, oh well, you're living this way, or you're that, or this or that, or you just had that sort of like aggression that a working class man would have to defend his honor about his poor classness, to be honest, you know. And I've looked back and actually recognized that certain things were wrong. We have a lot of pride, and sometimes the pride gets in the way of receiving knowledge, or receiving that job, or receiving anything that's good that you needed to have in your life. Pride can be a serious thing that can hold you down, and poor working class people, we seem to have too much of it, that it grows to be our hindrance to rise. That's right. It can become your hindrance to rise up. I've had suffered from that for a short period in my life. I had to get rid of it. It was gone. You need to do the same. Working class people, we always aspire to be things that we're told what we should be. What cars, what life, what kind of house, how many holidays you think you should have. It's all been handed to you. All of these things have been handed to you. What do you really want? And even when you get there, you might not think, this is not really all that. Or that, what I tried wasn't really nice. That's not really me. But you don't know that yet because you haven't transcended to that level. Whether in your mind and finance, because the two go together. The two really do go together. It's in your mind and in your finance, because you can't play like you're middle class. You have to actually kind of be it. But if your mind is a strong mind, and it's a good mind, it's an ever evolving mind, middle class, they couldn't even put that class on you because you've evolved somewhere else, or made your own class as far as you're concerned. This one really gets on my nerves, because you sound middle class doesn't mean you're middle class. Now please, since I was young, I never really got that. You know, just all kinds of people, all races, class, they do it. They put on these fake accents and fake voices, laughs, gestures, whatever you have it, they just fake as hell. The bottom line is, just because you may act like it or think it doesn't mean you're it. And the people that really are it, even though they run jokes with you, they know you're not it. Just as well as the poorer man knows you're not really it. Or when he finds out, or she finds out, what a joke you've put upon yourself. Your suit doesn't make you middle class in the way you talk, in the way you might get on. It's how you live. It's how you live. Think about it. It's how you live, how you're living, not how you're speaking. Another one is dressing rich, but you live poor. Now, I've seen now, I've a little smidget of my life I've been there. The bottom line is I got smacked up real fast because I ain't afraid to tell you that it was like nice clothes, but I haven't got no food in my fridge. I say that on quite a few. It's a joke of mine. Yes, it is. You could say that's why are you even saying that about yourself? Bottom line is it happened many a year ago, decade and more than 2 decades to be honest. I shouldn't be saying that, but 2 decades ago. Imagine that. I was in a position, nice clothes, no food in the fridge, dressing real good, living poor. You know, and I just thought, hold on, everything's okay. But then a couple bills came in, it hit me. What's going on? Obviously, you know which direction I went for was the food. Dressing nice wasn't so important when your belly's hungry, okay? And getting possessions that we shouldn't have. I've been a culprit of this, buying certain things, cars, clothes, jewelry, just the all superficial things that just don't last, they go away. You need to change them after about 5 years, or depending on what you've had. If it's a nice piece of jewelry, don't matter how much you've spent on it, you've been around a while, you need to change it, or you actually look at it and you think, well, why have I got that even? I don't like it anymore, to be honest. Or that's not the style anymore, or that's totally not me anymore, but you possess it. Being a poor man having a rich man's car. And this time, they're even selling big cars very cheaply, just to wean you in. The bottom line is maintenance. You haven't thought about the maintenance of this car, or whatever have you. It could even be that big house that you know you shouldn't have mortgaged like that. You didn't have the money, but you got the mortgage, you went for it, the money was good at the time, now you're feeling it possibly. Now everybody is kind of feeling it, but like some people really went too far. But the bottom line is, please be financially aware, take care of your money, take care of your life. And poor people, we are deluded about how much money or what money is worth, or what it can get you in life, what the true value of money and making money is in life, you know, because you might reach to those levies that you've dreamt of, and you get there and then you actually realize that it's not so hot. There's more. If you have an evolving mind, you can't stay in one place. Not even comfortable is nice. It can't be nice, because that's got to be boring. That's got to be boring, and you're not growing, you're not evolving. So it doesn't matter which levels you get to, even if you're there now. I'm sure you're resonating with me. Now, as I said, I'm breaking down the poorer classes right now. I've said possibly certain negative things. They're not negative, they're things that I have had, that we have, that you can take this in a Western civilization, and it's all around the place. We're almost like druids. We do the same things, we think the same ways. It's either to the left or to the right, but we do the same things. Certain new things, so they say it's just been taken to another level. It's the same thing, slightly a little bit different, taken to the next level, to maybe an extreme. Maybe we used to do it when we was young, now the youngsters are doing it, and we just think, my gosh, but they're doing the same thing, but it's to another level. It's just crazy, isn't it? We've grown out of these things. There's a lot of adults that haven't grown out of a lot of things, and they're still doing them, and they're passing it on to their kids even. That's what I'm trying to say to you. This is all sort of like a circle. It's a life circle. It's a movement. You really need to take this seriously. The way your mind is set will put you in a class. The system is trying to put you in a class, and once your mind is in that class, you'll be held down. They'll be like, the system's weighing you down, it's pushing down. And even if you were up there, it's pushing you down now. How are you going to handle that? Can you handle that? Have you ever been down before? Going down there, the underground might crack you up. People who came from there, going back, is cracking them up right now. The bottom line is, this is very serious, and it's about opening, wherever you are at now, it's about opening and elevating your mind. But you must think, you must know the game. You know, when you put your foot forward, you must know where you're going. Is it steady? So that's why we have to study the classes. As I said, I'm sticking to the poor right now. I'm just breaking things down. Don't worry, in the book, I give you blueprints of these things, pluses and negatives. Don't think I'm all negative. It's not negative. I'm just saying the real facts, the plus and the negative, and how to move, the mindset that you need to have to move there. As I said, I'm not rich, not at all, but I've gone from no class to some class, and I'm giving you in this book a good chunk of me that's telling you how I did it. Basically, life cycle developments, class wars. I will have other videos out promoting bits of the book, giving you a good feeder so you can feel what's good in this book. There's more videos coming so you can make up your mind before you get this book. I hope to give you some nice slices of it. Thank you for listening. I'm out. Live a good life.